Previously on Balls.
Hey John, hi, it's Darren here. Sorry we couldn't hear you last time.
Yes,
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. Thanks for joining us again on Balls Radio this afternoon. After what has been a long and involved saga, finally seems to have come to some kind of conclusion.
Hello, come in, Darren.
Hey, can you hear me there, John?
I got you now.
All right, as I say, after a long and involved saga, finally some kind of conclusion has been reached.
You know, it was long, to say the least, but you know, it's good to be found innocent on all the allegations, and clearly, you know, want it to be reinstated and achieve that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it was important to, while I could have remained there professionally, it was important to probably also make sure that I felt emotionally attached, and I was very fortunate that we both come to an agreement that I was able to move on to other things, and certainly can help Johan Ackerman with some outside advice as he progresses through next year.
All right, from a Lions point of view, you know, with the union, obviously with Johan there still as the coach, you'll be working together with him. But has there been a sort of opportunity now to sort of clear the air with everybody and move forward?
No, I mean, not necessarily really to clear the air. At the end of the day, I mean, the hearing basically was put in place for that, and no one will know exactly the reasons why or why it occurred or who was involved. So that's the past, and you just got to move on at the end of the day.
So now, just clarify for us, you will be working, as you say, as an advisor for the Lions, and the other option that obviously came up during this process was the opportunity to also work with Sale as a consultant, right?
No, it's not totally correct. Ultimately, at the end of the day, yeah, I have a light capacity as a consultant but a very light capacity. Basically, I've got the opportunity now as a free agent to go anywhere in the world. So, yeah, no, I'll be looking at being involved in the media next year, and obviously my immediate opportunity is I've got a short-term consultancy with Sale, which I'll complete, and I'll be back in South Africa early next year.
All right, so you will be, that's where I was getting to, you will be back in South Africa and staying here next year.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Fantastic, and continuing your Supersport work then as well.
Who knows?
Well, we certainly hope so as well, because we were enjoying you on Supersport, and you kind of got a bit of everything going then next year by the looks of things.
Yeah, no, I hope to also do some consultancy work with schools in the country. I'm quite passionate about growing the coaches in the country. I think it's a necessary development phase that I think can help South African rugby. So I certainly, as a coach, have learned from others' experience, and I think we've got a responsibility to pass on to younger coaches, and so that players receive better knowledge.
Absolutely, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because you know, we've got such good young rugby talent at so many schools around the country, and I think that has been one area that definitely needed some emphasis, and that is on the actual coaching of these kids at different schools. You know, a lot of focus on the players, but not necessarily on who's coaching them and how they're getting coached. So, I mean, that is a massive area that needs to be focused on in this country.
Yeah, I've sort of been really fortunate, you know, to be involved in 5 different rugby cultures in my life, which I've been hugely privileged to do. But if you look at New Zealand and Australia, they do put a huge emphasis in coaching, education and development, and I just think this country's got the best talent in the world, just needs to be nurtured better, because I've never seen such rugby talent, to be fair, in my life.
Yeah. So now, what does the rest of the year entail for John Mitchell? Do you get to go somewhere and just put your feet up and enjoy a couple of nice glasses of wine or Chardonnay or a couple of beers, or what are you doing for the rest of the year?
There was certainly a few Chardonnays and a few wines over the weekend. Obviously, getting a very positive outcome, with the Lions. So that was pretty long and arduous, to be fair. And so there was a lot of friends, obviously, that were rocks, beside me during that period. So it was important to celebrate with them. And now I'm off to the cold UK to do some rugby coaching. So and then spend Christmas in the UK.
Awesome stuff. Well, we look forward to next time, possibly just chatting to you about rugby and not about legal disputes and contracts or so, because it seems like it's gone on for such a long time. But we're really chuffed that it's all seemed to have got sorted out. John, enjoy your time over there. Have a good Christmas as well, and thanks for your time during the course of this year for chatting to us here on Balls.
No, thanks, guys. No,
Thank you, John.
Very, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers, John.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
John.
There we go. Thanks, Johnny. He was about to say something nice,
no,
and then you
yeah,
just interrupted him.
Damn, I realised that.
This is Balls Visual Radio. Darren, Simon, Kate, and John. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central African Time. Balls.co.za.